When it comes to managing workflows for Confluence, there's a few different options available in the marketplace, but in this video, we're going to be taking a look at workflows for Confluence by my good friends over at AppFox. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit that like button, and check out the link down below so you can start your free trial to Workflows for Confluence by AppFox. So there are 5 things in workflows for Confluence that make it better than the competition, and we're going to be highlighting each of those 5 features in this video. We're going to kick things off with workflow search. With workflows for Confluence, you can very easily search for all the workflows that are available. Let me show you. So inside of Confluence, you're going to want to click on the apps button and then click on workflows. Once there, this is going to take you to the workflow search, and you're going to be able to search all of the different pages that are using your workflow. So instead of having to dig around and trying to find out where all the different pages and all the different workflows associated, one single view, and you can do all the searching you want to do here. We have filters on the right, and you can get fine-tuned and granular and find exactly what you're looking for. And this is what it looks like here. Now, the next great feature is that you can auto-assign workflows to brand new pages. In just a few clicks, whenever your users create a new page, a workflow will automatically be set based on specific criteria that you set up. So let me show you how that works. So inside of Confluence, we're going to go to the gear. We need to do this in the administrative page, and we're going to want to click on configuration. Once here, we're going to want to make our way over to auto assign, and we are going to be able to create a mapping here. This mapping is going to create a query. So whether a page has a specific label, whether it's in a specific space, you get to dictate whatever you want, and there's a lot of different criteria that are available for you. So here are some of the examples. These are known as CQL or Confluence Query Language, and you can specify if a specific creator does something, if a specific label, maybe that page belongs to a specific parent, and whatever criteria you want from the available options here, you will then have a workflow auto-assigned to those pages. So that's a really cool, neat little feature. Now, what happens if we have a bunch of pages that already exist? Because I just showed you that for a new page, we can auto-apply a workflow, but what about our existing pages? Well, let me show you how to bulk change your pages to add these workflows. So back in Confluence, we're gonna be in the same place. We're gonna be in the main Confluence administration. We're gonna be inside of workflows or Confluence, and we're gonna be under configuration. But once there, we're not gonna select the bulk change. And very similar to what we just did with the auto assignment, you're gonna provide your CQL. What criteria do you care about? Where are your existing pages? And so you'll put that there. And then you simply select the workflow that you want to apply to those pages. So it's super simple. It allows you to do a lot of pages all at the same time with minimal effort. Now, these next 2 features that make workflows or Confluence a little bit better than the competition is going to be in the workflow editor itself. So let me show you how to get there and what we're gonna do there. So back inside of Confluence, this time, we're still in the workflows for Confluence on the main Confluence admin page, but this time we're gonna pick workflows. And you can do this in one of 2 ways. You can either create a brand new workflow or you can modify an existing one. Now, I'm gonna take this basic one that I have here and I'm gonna click on edit. And when I do that, it's gonna pull up the workflow editor. And what I have in my workflow here is a publish content action. And this action can be customized on the right-hand side. And we're gonna take a look at a couple of things. First, you wanna name this. What are you gonna call this? Publish content. That's not very creative, so you can call it anything you want, which is also not very creative, but it's what I have. As you can see, there are some character limits, so make sure you stay within those limits. But the more important part is the configuration. You have a new page. It's going through your workflow, and it's gonna go through all these steps. But when it hits that publish content, do you wanna publish it as a child of an existing page, or do you wanna publish it into a space? And so you get to pick by simply typing in either the page or the space, and as soon as you start typing in, you're going to see the options that show up. And then feel free to go through all these other items here. And once you set all that up, make sure you click save on your workflow. And now once you apply this workflow to your page and you start working on that page, when you get to the end, it's going to automatically publish. And so this is a really cool feature. And the last and final feature is going to be in the approvals functionality. So I'm going to edit an existing workflow that already has an approval step. And we're gonna open it up. And when you select your in approval action, I want you to look under the configuration, there's an approval section. And here you can determine who your approvers are gonna be. Maybe it's a group of people. Are you excluding people? Maybe you don't want the page creator to self-approve because maybe that's a little weird. And so you can pick some exclusions here. You can allow for additional approvers. You can change how many approvers are in the quorum, so the minimum number of approvers. You can also select how many have to reject the workflow. So maybe you don't want just one person to reject it, but you want 2 or 3 people to reject it. And then finally, we have a couple of things where we can wait for all approvers, or we can wait and say that we need a specific comment. So once you're done with all of that, click on the save workflow, and then your workflow is not going to be updated with those configurations. And so there you have it. These are 5 reasons and 5 features that are built into workflows for Confluence that I personally believe make it a little bit better than some of the other competition available in the Atlassian marketplace. So definitely check out workflows for Confluence, especially if you're looking for some sort of workflow tool. There's a link down in the description. Make sure you take advantage of that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like, and I'll see you in the next one.